The amount of events that have occurred in NBA history could even bring the seemingly limitless internet to a halt. In today's video, we're going to discuss some interesting things about your favorite NBA players. Number 10. Manute Bol paid 80 cows for his wife. Manute Bol's grandfather had 40 wives and 80 children. After hearing something like that, it didn't seem so strange that Manute Bol paid 80 cows for his wife. Bol was a Dinka tribe member and a Sudanese native, so he grew up in a different culture than most Westerners can relate to, but it makes for a good story. Number 9. Paul Pierce was stabbed 11 times and still played every game in 2000 to 2001. On September 25th of 2000, it was a late night in Boston at the Buzz Club, a nightclub in the city's theater district. Unfortunately, Paul Pierce happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Pierce was attempting to break up a fight when he was stabbed 11 times. Fortunately for Pierce, his former teammate Tony Batty was able to get him to the nearest hospital. Number 8. Charles Barkley was cut twice in high school. Charles Barkley, like Michael Jordan, was cut from the varsity team his freshman year. Barkley was cut during his freshman and sophomore years of high school. He eventually made the team and went on to have an outstanding high school career. By the time he graduated, he'd earned a scholarship to Auburn University in Alabama. Number 7. The shortest player in NBA history blocked 39 shots. It's difficult to believe that someone 5'3" made it to the NBA. It's even more difficult to believe that someone 5'3" blocked 39 shots on taller NBA players. Muggsy Bogues, on the other hand, was no ordinary NBA player. Throughout his life, he defied stereotypes and negative feedback. Make no mistake, Muggsy was more than just a publicity stunt. He was the real deal. Number 6. After 5 years of retirement, 60% of players are bankrupt. It may seem ironic that millionaires can go bankrupt so quickly, but it happens more frequently than you might think. 60% of retired NBA players are bankrupt after 5 years. But when you consider the big houses, nice cars, and growing entourage that surrounds these players, it's easy to see how the money can disappear so quickly. It's no surprise that Latrell Sprewell was concerned about feeding his family. Number 5. 7-foot-tall Americans have a 17% chance to make the NBA. While someone 6'6" to 6'8" has a 0.7% chance of making the NBA, someone 7 feet or taller has a 17% chance of making the NBA. While that number may appear low to some, most 7-footers struggle to keep up with the NBA's fast pace. Nonetheless, size cannot be taught. Number 4. Quintel Woods used his basketball card as ID. In March of 2003, Quintel Woods was pulled over by police for speeding and marijuana possession. The former Portland Trailblazer, on the other hand, lacked any form of identification. As a supplement, he offered his basketball card and 2 credit cards. That, of course, did not sit well with the cops. Woods was fined $1,096 for driving without a license and speeding, both of which he denied. Number 3. Manute Bol killed a lion with a spear. This isn't a work of fiction, it's true. Bol jokes that he killed the lion while he was sleeping because otherwise he would have been killed by the lion himself. Bol claims that he threw a spear at the lion after it killed one of his cows. Number 2. Only 2 original NBA teams have never changed cities, Knicks and Celtics. The New York Knicks and the Boston Celtics are the only teams that have never relocated since the NBA's inception. To be clear, we're not talking about expansion teams here, but rather teams that existed at the start of the NBA. It helps to play in such historic cities with such a large fan base that's passionate about basketball. However, when you consider how many teams have moved since the NBA's inception and how some have moved more than once, this is still an incredible statistic. Number 1. Olympian Carl Lewis was drafted by the Chicago Bulls. The NBA used to have more than 2 rounds in the draft, sometimes as many as 10. Because there weren't as many players available to be drafted, teams just picked random people, even if they didn't play in the NBA. Lewis was chosen 208th overall in the 10th round of the 1984 draft. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. Do you know any other facts about your favorite NBA player? Let us know in the comments. Like this video and subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you in the next video.